Hello, hello. Welcome back, beautiful people. It feels like it's been a while since we've been gathered here. And I am your host, as always, on Invincible Coverage, Ebuka, and I am joined today by my special guests, Chiagoziem and Oseghale. And today we'll be discussing Season 3, Episode 7 of Invincible, the Invincible War. I'm not even going to bother asking how we are. I can assume the mood of the room. So I'm just going to go into the program reminders and then we'll discuss the episode that we just witnessed. So guys, if you love TV, love movies, there are a lot of things on the feed for you. We're currently covering Severance, which some people are saying is the best show on TV right now. And if you go on our feed, we have weekly episode breakdowns on Severance. We also have weekly episode breakdowns on the thrilling, the horrific Yellow Jackets. And we have episode breakdowns every week as well on everyone's favorites dark comedy, The White Lotus. But I am here today to discuss Invincible, and we will be here. We have been here every week discussing Invincible with you, and next week is the finale. But for now, for today, we're discussing episode 7. And guys, I just want to start this episode with a moment of silence for the dearly departed and the maimed and the broken that we have witnessed. So guys, how did this episode make you feel? I'm going to let you guys start and I will go after you.
First things first, rest in peace to my nigga Rex Blow. I feel like this was a great way to close out his character arc. You know, he went from being the most annoying character on the show to showing that he really understood the essence of being a true hero. And he went out in a blaze of glory. So I respect that. That was some real nigga shit. Like, it hurt, but that was some real nigga shit. And
shout out to Rex.
But yeah, basically this episode is depression central, more or less.
Yeah.
You know the episode is depression central when the celebration of Rex's life is the highlight. Someone dying is the highlight of the episode.
Like, my summaries of the episode, one word, well, I guess maybe 3 words. The first word, fuck, full stop. The second phrase, gotta big, full stop. Like, there's nothing else I was literally just in, to be fair, like, there were some signs, like, Oseghale, you said this last week, they were hinting at it. And once he was like, what exactly did Rex say? Something about this is the first time in his whole miserable life that he's kind of in a good place. I just started writing the obituary thinking about his will because I knew for sure we weren't going to see him at the end of this episode. It was a tough one, man. They now started playing Billy's When the Party's Over. My low key, like my eyes watered. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap. My eyes were watering. I was just like, the party is indeed over because there is no more joy.
They really did it.
In this episode, in this show. Wow.
Man, we're really somewhere now, you know. I don't even know if the show had ever been soft, but if it was soft in any way before, it is no longer, right? So I guess I honestly don't know where to start, but I'm going to start with the creator of all this. Why is there so much hate in Angstrom Levy's heart towards Mark? What is this guy's problem? Because my thing is, right, like, the hate has clouded him so much that he's not even being smart with his plan anymore. He just wants to destroy as much as possible. This singular good mark is the one that is in his sight. So he doesn't mind utilizing bad guys or bad marks that he hates, that he thinks are the evil ones, to bring the one good mark down. And to me, that plan is not very sensible.
And this is why I said I hate people that don't revenge properly. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, because even his whole thing with Mark wasn't even really Mark's fault. Like I said in like season 1 or whenever it happened, he could have just killed Mark. Like, low-key, instead of all this, like, saving lives, whatever. Now he's angry. He's not going to recruit the evil Marks. And he's not even, like, doing it properly because at the end, the robots or whoever saved him were now like, nah, you defaulted on what you promised. I just don't like people who don't do things properly. Like,
So the thing
yeah,
about Angstrom is that like at this point he's just a real hater, bro. Because
Yeah.
he's not even trying to make sense. He's bro, like, do you know what it is? That there's basically only one good mark in the whole universe, and this guy's like, fuck you.
That's the one I want
Like,
to kill. Yeah.
that's the guy I want to suffer. It's like, bro, you can literally torture every other evil mark and like get your satisfaction, but you're fucking with the only good mark who, by the way, didn't really do anything to you. The stuff that happened to you was your own fault. And now you're taking the feelings of your other like multiversal selves into your own self and pushing those feelings on that one mark, which is crazy. Granted, your other multiversal cells have PTSD from what the other marks did to them, but bro, you literally have access to the other marks that actually fucked your
exactly.
life up. And you're still only fucking with this one mark because he's the guy that you saw. It's like, bro, that's what you call being a real hater, but it's also just making him dumb.
Yeah, he's not trying to make sense. I agree, because if he wanted to really do this plan to destroy Mark's legacy or something, he could have been sending them in small, one by one, to come do one evil thing somewhere else in the world, or one evil thing somewhere else. Kind of like what they did in, was it Spider-Man Far From Home, with Mysterio and Spider-Man in the MCU. But yeah, this plan was I don't even know if I should call it a terrible plan. I think we're saying it's terrible because we're looking at it with a sensible lens. But from a hater perspective, hey man, I don't care. Like, send all of them there, destroy everything. I don't really like. Angstrom is now a full villain. It's no longer about just Mark. He came and destroyed the Earth. Now,
Like, to be fair, like, even at the end of the last, I think at the end of the last episode, I was like, okay, Angstrom, you're cooking. Like, you have the different marks, like, there's a plan in place. Because we just came off of Powerplex's whatever thing. I was like, okay, Angstrom, you got in the lab, you had some thoughts with that big brain of yours, and you've, actualized the plan. Cool. But then this episode, it all just fell flat. So I was like, my guy, you haven't even learned, you haven't grown, really. I thought he had elevated a bit, but yeah, I'm
so
not
from the last
impressed.
episode, I thought his plan was literally to get revenge on Mark for almost killing him, to like literally just fight him with the other 17, 18 marks, right? But no, he's still on about this destroying legacy. Let them see him as he is. Speaking of which, our boy Powerplex was running around saying, I told y'all niggas, and your niggas didn't believe me. Powerplex stocks are up. He said this guy is evil, and nobody believed him. I need to see that Powerplex and Angstrom link up.
There's two haters. I mean, will Angstrom survive? Who knows?
See, that is one thing, right? Like, while we're on the Angstrom topic, do we think that we've seen the last of Angstrom leave?
Definitely not, bro. That guy is a cockroach. Like, bro, for the fact that he survived that first beating, bro. Like, that was literally the first thing in my nose. Angstrom alive, fucking cockroach in brackets. like, for the fact that he survived that first beating, bro, like, those technicians, he's going to figure something out with them, bro. He's going to figure something out.
And there's more marks that he hasn't gotten to, and there's more stuff that he can promise them that maybe some will be stupid enough to fall for again. One thing though is that like, I knew from when I saw it in the last episode that there's no way that these guys are losing. So there had to be a way for Angstrom to send them back. I knew if all of them came and they were facing the mark that we have, there's no way our mark was going to win that battle against 10, 15 other Viltrumites.
And that's the thing as well, like, if he really wanted revenge, why did he not just transport all the marks into one separate dimension and have all 18 of them beat up good Mark or kill him and then
a proper free for all?
I don't know, man.
He's blinded by hate. The poor people of Earth. One thing Invincible as a show does well, right? And that I'm now, because they do it so well, I'm now looking at other not reality TV shows, sorry. I'm not looking at other superhero shows and how realistic they are, because Invincible really shows you how much normal people suffer when superheroes fight, man. These guys said the death toll is like the hundreds of thousands. And yes, when these guys are tearing down buildings, doing things randomly, last episode it was Powerplex and us seeing how his life changed, how so many people died because Invincible and Omni-Man were fighting. And today we're seeing those people all across the US, all across the world, just doing fucked up shit. So yeah, man, they really, really show how much the normal person suffers in Invincible. And it plays into Mark as our hero having some different struggles that we don't see a lot of in other hero shows. So for example, in other hero shows or hero stories, there's always the secret identity thing, right? There's sometimes a struggle for them, for their loved ones, the secret identity. Sometimes it's their mentor, sometimes it's their friends, right? But Mark is constantly being reminded of the weight of his actions. The fact that he's a god, when he fights, things go bad. And it happened with Omni-Man, and he's still feeling the repercussions of that. And now it's happening in a much bigger way, I think. And this one is even worse than the Omni-Man one because it's people that look exactly like him. What Angstrom said is true. Right now, whenever they think of Invincible, even though he's not the one that did it, they're going to think about the time that 20 Invincibles came to Earth and caused havoc. So shout out to the creator of the story. I like that angle, and I feel like although some people don't love it, I feel like it's just going to be something that is constantly being hammered into us and hammered into Mark, how much his actions are affecting the regular people of Earth. And one more thing I want to say is that unfortunately, after seeing this episode, one hot take I have is that I don't think Earth as a planet survives this story. Because
they literally said like LA, Chicago, and New York are almost completely leveled.
Yeah. Like I don't think, and even because this is just Mark and the rest, right? I just think when the Viltrumites come, I just think Earth is going to be completely gone.
Yeah. Even when Mark said he was in Manhattan rebuilding, I'm like, rebuilding what? Mr. Conquest has already rocked up, ready to shake things up, literally, figuratively, all the different E's.
So
and I'm just like,
I get that thing, but at the same time, I don't think so, honestly. Again, like, the Viltrumites are not sending their whole army to Earth at any point in time. They're just going to be sending like 1 or 2 Viltrumites at a time. So I think Earth is actually going to get time to rebuild. That's one. Second of all, like, now, it was just really like the Pentagon and these guys focusing on this stuff, right? Everybody had their own heroes in their own city. Now everybody has seen how much damage the Viltrumites can do. So now they're going to prepare for the next time that they come through. And obviously, Mark is already like, that guy's, he's ready to explode. So like, whatever any Viltrumite sees right now, they have to take it. like whatever they see right now, they have to take it. So I think Earth is actually going to get the chance to rebuild. And and even besides that, you guys know Cecil, bro. I know that guy's going to do some fuck shit, bro.
Did you guys peep when Donald asked Cecil, like, what do we do? And Cecil was just like, we put a call out to everybody. And it seems that they were calling other universes to send their own heroes to come to Earth. That's what it looked like to me. So I'm thinking now that, okay, these guys seem to have more resources than we think if they can reach out to other universes to send their heroes this way. Or maybe I misread that. Maybe it's like a different state or a different country. But that's what it's felt like. I was seeing heroes I've never seen before. And unfortunately some of them didn't last. But it was still good to see them.
So yeah, I think it was heroes from different countries. I don't know if it was from different universes necessarily, but again, it's like there are so many heroes, right? We've only really known the American heroes, and not even all of them. So I think that, like I said again, like next time around there'll be more heroes, and like there'll be more tech and everything, and obviously like they're going to study the remains of like the Invincibles that like came and that they killed. Yeah. So it's
that's
like
a good shout.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff to prepare them for the next time the Viltrumites come around.
That's true, because there's still like, there's still Alan, There's even still that Viltrumite that absconded. That
Which
old
one?
guy.
The old one,
That
Thaddeus.
one from
That is, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
names. Y'all know me. Whoever that man is. Whoever that man is. So I guess they do still have allies. But like one of the things everyone wrote down is like at this point, what is Mark really fighting for?
So my thing is not
Because-
even that they don't have allies, right? My thing is that where is the fight going to happen? Because if these fights keep happening on Earth, like Earth is not good. Like as a landscape, I just feel like there'll be too much destruction
Yeah.
to the normal people. That's where would they
Mhm.
hide? Would they have enough bunkers to take care of everybody?
I mean, they just have to Dragon Ball Z the shit, bro. Like, you know, I've
let's,
watched Dragon Ball Z
let's go
before.
and fight
Please.
elsewhere.
Exactly. Literally, like, Dragon Ball Z, niggas pull up to the city, they're like, hey, let's not fight here. Too many people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and fight in the desert type shit. But for this, they have to just go and fight in space, bro. Like, limit the damage as much as possible. Like the hero that was fighting that mustache mark in space is like, bro, that's so smart. At least, like, you're
Yeah.
not damaging anywhere. Like,
And I feel like
but
that's
again,
something. I feel like that's something Mark will pick up, where he's like,
Yep.
okay, we can't keep fighting on Earth. We need to.
You can't. Like
Yeah.
Earth, if they keep fighting on Earth like this, Earth is not going to make it. So literally, like
Exactly.
once the Visual Man pull up, you first just fly to space. Say, oh yeah, make we go, quick.
Bro, that is facts. That's the only way. That's the only way
That's
this
literally
thing
the only
works.
way.
Because there is no way. Because this episode was like a teaser, right, of what will actually happen if, let's say, 10 Viltrumites even show up. Because look at Mark was trying to protect Oliver, trying to protect Eve, trying to protect regular people. You can't do it, man. You need to minimize your distractions in the fight. You need to go
Literally,
somewhere
bro.
where you can let loose.
Literally, and that's literally what they told him when he was fighting the Invincible in the Omni-Man costume and the Invincible in the flowing mask. They're like, come on, bro, you can't protect these guys and fight both of us, so you die.
Yeah, so choose
you
one.
better make your choice.
Choose one, man. Oh God. Now, if we speak about Mark, I don't know where to start. Okay, first of all, with Mark, right? I would just want to give a virtual round of applause and Emmy to Stephen Yeun for his
Stephen
voice
Yeun for
acting.
the voice
Yes,
acting.
he was.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
top
doing,
of my list.
Yeah, when I was hearing the
Yeah.
different Marks, I was like, oh, he's actually doing everything. Shout out to him, man. That was proper. But my nigga Mark, what can I say about Mark? This episode, I can start at the end and say that the way Mark was moving in that fight with Angstrom, I've never seen Mark move like that before. Mark
Yeah.
became a Viltrumite. Today was the day when Mark said, okay, forget all this BS. I'm fighting with a mission. I'm fighting to get to you and I'm fighting to end this thing. I'm not trying to like extend the fight. I'm not trying to subdue you. I'm fighting to end you. And
yeah, no, he was cooking. Yeah.
even with his babe Eve and Ollie, he's now becoming even more. I don't even know if I can call it belief, but he's now more okay. I will handle this myself, regardless of how many people there are, regardless of how you can help me. Please just go. Just let me bear my cross by myself.
Yeah.
He is.
He tried this episode.
I mean, yeah, he did.
I think he's
try,
more
to be
confident
honest.
for sure.
He's
He's more
try.
confident, I think, in his skills and
He's
and
again
all.
like he knows he's been in the lab, like because if you guys even know, if you noticed in the fights, bro, like the only other Mark that really matched him strength for strength was the Mark with the Mohawk. He was
Yeah.
stronger than all the other guys, honestly. Like because that's the Mark in the flowing mask. If he wasn't protecting Eve and those guys while he was fighting, he would have killed that guy. Like
Marked
he
him,
was
yeah.
much stronger than that guy. Those two of them literally had to fight him at the same time. And he
Yeah.
was still holding his own, kind of, until they injured Eve.
So one thing that I was thinking about, right, and they've already shown it to us with Alan having this power. So I don't know if they'll give it to Viltrumite or give it to Mark. But when you compare our Mark to the rest of the other Marks, a lot of them seem to be basically our Mark has lost a lot. He has had to get stronger by whatever means necessary. But if Mark maybe joined, I don't know, this is just me guessing. If he joined Omni-Man and every fight was easy and he was just killing guys easily. Maybe he would not become as strong as our current Mark. But I am excited to see how strong our current Mark is.
Yeah, I want to see how his fight with Conquest ends up.
Oh God.
I mean, obviously he's not gonna be Conquest because
Nah,
from the name alone.
I can't lie.
Conquest.
I think it's going to be a tough fight, but I think Mark is going to win.
It's gonna be Conquest.
I think Mark is going to win, bro.
Really?
See, okay.
To be
So
fair, he is quite angry.
if we get to the end with Conquest showing up, one thing I want to say though before we get into this is that I've noticed that Mark does not end seasons well. I don't know if this is going to be a recurring thing or to the end of this show, but Mark just the last 2 episodes for Mark, you are sure that nigga is getting fucked
beat.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fight with Conquest, yeah, I think this is going to be even worse than the Omni-Man one from season 1. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Listen.
Make your case.
I'm not. Let me tell you something, bro. What I'm seeing from Mark right now, bro. Like again, it's going to be a close fight, but Mark is going to win. He has too much. Like, bro, like that guy, Mark right now is a ticking time bomb, bro.
Yeah.
Like free all like Conquest training, his strength and everything is like, bro, when you are fighting a mad person, bro, there's only so much you can do.
It's a bit different.
There's only so much you can do. It's like, bro, this is the first time Mark has taken a step on the ground, shattered. He didn't even fly. Like, bro.
He was just preparing to, I caught that.
One step on the ground, scatter. Like, bro, that guy is literally like, bro, this is, like, I've been saying this the whole season. This is the first time we're going to see him fight with all his strength. Yeah. And it's like and now, even apart from the fact that, again, he's already a ticking time bomb, bro, he knows the stakes are life and death. And even to make matters worse, this guy pulled up on him on the worst day of his life. Like, this is literally the worst day of his life. If he had pulled up any other day, I would have been like, GG's, like, yeah, Mark is dusted. But, bro, for the fact, like, bro, this guy pulled up. The first thing Mark told him is that, bro, this is not a good time. You know what it is? For a virtual man to pull up. And the first thing you tell them that this is not a good time.
You know, that's the funniest thing he said. The funniest thing is that the way they framed it, right, it felt like that Bane thing in Dark Knight Rises where it's like, it will be very painful. Because it was like, it's not a good time. And we're like, oh, poor Mark. And then he said, no, it's not a good time because right now, I just want to hit something. And trust me, bro, you don't want it to be you.
Bro, he said, bro, like, I don't know, like, what y'all think is going on right now, but if I catch anybody right now, it's long. Like, it's long. So, like I said, I feel like the fight is going to be close. But I think Mark is going to win, bro. I think Mark is going to win.
Fair enough. My own case for Conquest, though. Like, I hear all the points from Mark, and they all make sense, and it's actually making me rethink now. But my case for Conquest is that they've shown us things to make us know that this guy is not a joke. First of all, this man is very old. And we know with Viltrumites, they age slower as they get older. So this man has seen lots of fights. And as they fight, they get stronger. But the second thing is that this guy has a lot of broken teeth, meaning he has faced people who have almost decked him before. So exactly. So they made sure to show us the teeth that this man is very rugged. Also, we don't know what that thing is on his right hand. And this is the first Viltrumite that I think. Also, you make the point that Mark is going to fight like no holds barred. This is also the first Viltrumite that is going to fight Mark no holds barred. When Omni-Man fought him in season 1, he didn't really want to kill him. When Anissa fought him in season 2, she was just like trying to beat some sense into him. This one has come now, and he said, what was it that he said? He was like, you were given time. He comes like an angry. He comes like, oh, I've given you time. I've given you this, and that. Now you have wasted all our time, so I'm here to assume your position. So man, that fight is going to be. And Mark doesn't even have any help at this point because everybody else is dead or in the hospital.
Who can help him against the Viltrumite? There's no one that can even help.
Mark don't need help, bro. Trust me. That boy don't need help, bro.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Because to be fair...
Like, there's no fight that I believe in Mark this much ever in Invincible.
Yeah, like I mean, on one hand, he is super like obviously Rex has died, Amber,
Mhm.
not Amber, Eve is injured. Okay, Ollie's alive, and there's just
Yeah.
a lot of death. This Powerplex guy just like right before Conquest showed up, he was like, "This is all Mark's fault." So to be fair, Mark is like in the pits of hell right now. Like he's really going through it. So I get that. I feel like we're gonna see that rage, and even his fight with Angstrom was probably just had him irritated. We're definitely gonna see that rage. But I don't know, man. Conquest.
That's what
So
I'm saying. Like,
That
okay,
guy
so
has
two
like I
something.
said, the fight is gonna be close, but Mark is winning that
Yeah.
fight.
2 points I want to make, right? The first one is that I see it with Mark 100% because now it's not even that he has nothing to lose, but he knows that just like with Angstrom, the first time where he didn't kill him, look at what it led to.
Yeah.
So he's going to feel like
Exactly.
if I'm fighting now, you know that lesson Omni-Man was trying to bang into him on Thraxia, that this is
You
when you're
have to
fighting with
fight
the
to
victim, it's life
kill.
or death.
It's like
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
dead.
So now he's going to know that I'm fighting to kill this guy to stop millions of people from dying. This isn't a fight that I want to win just because, oh, I'm strong, blah, blah. If I don't kill this guy, millions of people will die. But the second thing I want to say is that I think for the show and for the power scaling in the show, it will be difficult. Excuse me. It will be difficult for them to show Mark winning this fight, as they say in wrestling, clean, right? Unless they get a tool or Allen or Omni-Man shows up out of nowhere, I think it'll be hard for them to show us Mark winning this fight.
Again, I feel like you guys are not getting what I'm saying right now. I feel like you guys are not understanding. This is a one-on-one. There's nothing like help. Mark,
Yeah.
like,
I think
bro,
it's one-on-one as well.
This
I don't
is
think
when
anyone is
Mark,
coming.
bro. This is where Mark is going to show us, like, bro. This fight is for me is like when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 to fight Cell. Like that's how I'm looking at it. Like Mark is going to release everything that he has. It might not be it's definitely not going to be an easy fight, but he's going to win. Like he's going to win the fight. Like, cause bro, even when he was fighting Mohawk Mark, bro, both of them were equally strong. Bro, look at what he did to the guy. He literally just used his 2 fists and slammed the guy's head and knocked him out in one hit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's somebody that's literally as strong as him. So
I'm
it's like,
seeing moves from Mark I've never seen before during fights.
bro, exactly.
Yeah,
During fights. So
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
now he's not playing all these games again. So this, like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like he's going to end up shocking Conquest. Like,
Oh
even,
yeah, okay.
It's not even going to be. It's not necessarily that he's going to beat him into submission or something. Like he might just do something crazy during the fight.
Yeah,
Like,
random. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually a shout. That's
he might
that's
just do
a
something
very,
crazy during the fight. So
that's a
like,
very
so
big
even
shout.
so even if like Conquest is like decking him, like I still feel like he's going to like find a way and win the fight.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Have
But
you
again, it's
guys
like
seen?
I said, we still haven't really seen how strong Mark is yet. Like,
Yeah.
because even during this whole Invincible War, he wasn't really trying to kill any of them. He was trying to find answers. He's like, bro,
Like,
who
who
sent you
sent
this
them?
and
Yeah.
that? Like now, bro, he's seen red. Like he's ready to go. Like he's ready to show us everything he got, and I'm ready to see.
Okay. Okay. I'm excited to see this fight. Very, very excited. It's doing me that I should watch it right now, actually. But
Yeah.
we shall see. By next week, we'll have all the answers, and you guys we'll see if it will be another season finale of Mark getting fucked up. Now, I don't even want to go away from this Mark and Conquest thing, but I guess we have to talk about our boy Ollie. So
Ollie.
yeah. So Ollie came out. He was very helpful, and he seemed to be, imbibing all the lessons that they taught him. And then he pushed Mark to kill Angstrom. Do you guys agree or disagree with Ollie's reasoning, or do you
That he
agree with
should
the
have killed
reasoning,
Angstrom.
or disagree with the person it's coming from?
Of course he should have killed Angstrom. Like, I feel like I even wrote down, I think this is going to be, I don't know if Ollie's going to be taking Mark as seriously, because why did Mark not kill that man? Mark hesitated, and then Angstrom disappeared. I mean, hopefully the robot guys leave him to die. But then if Angstrom comes back, I feel like Ollie's just going to
Kill him
I need
himself.
Ollie to just level. I need Ollie to level up, please. I'm
So
tired
the
of
thing
Mark.
is,
Actually,
the thing is, again, like I think Ollie understands like why Mark doesn't want to kill people again after like the conversations that they've had and everything. But in his heart, he knows that some niggas gotta go. That's why immediately he got there, he said, bro, kill this guy right now.
Now.
Look at, like literally, he said, look at what he has done. Kill him right now so he can never do this again. And it's like, on the one hand, Mark is still like trying to be a good person. But even Mark is like, yeah, bro, this guy has to go. Like, this is insane. Like, look at what this guy just did. But in that moment of hesitation, Angstrom was able to escape. And it's like, that's another lesson, right? Like, and that's what Omni-Man 2 was trying to tell Mark, that, bro, you can't hesitate, bro. Like, and the thing is, fundamentally, Mark is a good person. Mark is trying to be an ideal hero. But the problem is, this is not a normal superhero.
This is not an ideal world.
This is Invincible, bro. Like, you have to kill your ops, bro. If you notice, like, that's why heroes, they suffer, bro, because of ideals. The only heroes will not suffer now Power Rangers, because Power Rangers killed all their ops.
Don't kill me, man. That's so real. That is
Like,
so
bro,
real.
Please.
The Power Rangers killed all their ops, bro. Them they chill,
Please,
them they
don't
retire.
kill me.
Oh god. That is so real. But my thing is just like killing heroes, especially. So the thing is, I think Mark would have killed Angstrom, and I think Mark would be more open to killing if Ollie didn't exist. So if Mark was like and it's probably hypocritical of him, but I think he doesn't want to set an example to Ollie, because if you kill Angstrom now, who now sets the bar for a villain that deserves to be killed? You only kill villains that kill other people. If they kill someone accidentally, should they be killed? Like the Maulers, they deserve to die. So when if Mark now kills Angstrom, Ollie is going to now maybe feel like at some point he can make judgment calls on who can stay alive and who has to be killed.
Sorry, are the Maulers actually going? Like,
bro, I saw someone that looked like an imitation of them this episode. I was wondering,
is it when the robots were fixing the body on the table?
There was some character in the prison or something that was dressed like a Mauler, and it wasn't actually blue. It was like greenish. It was in
the... You need to bring my twins back.
Yeah, but I want them back.
Who knows? I mean, there are definitely Maulers in other dimensions, so we might still see them, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might.
I'm up. Thank you for that. I needed that.
One thing I liked about this episode is how they were like showing the different variations of like Mark and how twisted like they were.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy because I remember like at the Sinister Mark, so that's the Mark with the yellow cape. Like I literally went to just like do some research and found out like in the comics he's actually called Sinister Mark because that's a sick man. because I remember from last season he was the guy that would execute guys in a line by just like
he was beheading people.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this is a dangerous guy. Like, is this guy about to fight this Mark? Like, hey, man, I don't know about that. So literally, guys coming fighting the first day. I talking about, bro, do you know I killed my own father? And I'm like, first of all, like, for this Mark to have killed Omni-Man, that's kind of crazy, bro. Because all the other Marks literally just end up working with him.
Team up with him.
Do you know how crazy this guy had to have been to kill Omni-Man in his universe? That's a crazy and scary guy.
I was gonna say one of them killed Debbie, but I think more than one of them did. I don't think it was only one that killed Debbie.
A lot of them killed Debbie.
That one that said I came for Debbie.
Yeah, a lot of them killed Debbie. Yeah, and that's the thing is like a lot of these guys have like very like clearly they have very very tragic like backstories and stuff like but the other Mark that was very twisted is the one that was fighting the Guardians, bro. That guy.
Yeah.
The no goggles Mark. That's another.
Oh my god.
That's another sick nigga, bro. This guy was decking these guys and laughing, bro. Like it was that cracking jokes. He said that. Did you hear what that guy said when I killed him?
Yep.
I was like, oh yeah. This is a real psychopath. This guy gotta go. He gotta go.
He used Immortal's head to split Kate in half. I was like,
that P was nuts. That P was nuts. Shout out to Darkwing. R.I.P. to him if he's dead. But damn,
he's definitely dead. That one reminded me of like a fusion between.
Dead.
He is, man. What's he going to do?
It's very likely that he's dead. But if he went into the dark dimension and somehow managed to hide,
Fair.
he might
Okay.
still
And
be
then come
alive.
back. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But it's most likely that he's dead. I'm not gonna lie. It's most likely that he's dead.
That scene was so immortal. I feel like his PTSD, because it's back in that same layer where
Where
Omni-Man met.
Omni-Man killed him, bro. Like
I'm just when I was just seeing Kate's body just flying here and there, and but is Immortal's weak point his neck? Because that's like the only
so the
place that
thing
they've
with
been killing
Immortal
him.
is that like once he's dead, once his head is just like removed from his body, but once they put his head back, he's coming back alive.
So
'Cause,
I don't know why they
oh,
refuse to
man.
kill him permanently. I've only seen one Mark kill him permanently, and I think it was even Sinister
our
Mark. Was it
Mark,
Sinister
no?
Mark? It was the one
Wasn't
that
it our Mark when they sent him to the future? Am I bugging?
no.
Or when
'Cause
when those
that was
twins
just
came
beheaded
and
him
took
and
him.
told them to keep their head apart.
To keep
the
his
one in
head and body apart.
Okay.
There was one in another dimension that just clapped his head and squished it with his hands, and that was what ended Immortal permanently because there's no head to put back together. So I don't know why they refuse to kill him permanently.
I think most of them don't kill him because they want him to suffer, bro. Like they know he's going to come back. No, I'm not even joking. Like they know he's going to come back. He's going to remember that shit and he's going to see the
Yeah.
aftermath of the
Facts.
destruction. Like literally. So like those guys are literally just evil. Like the guy that killed him permanently is like, let me just save this guy, all this bullshit. Like the rest of these guys are bro, literally. He stepped on this guy's neck, popped off his head, and used it to kill
his wife.
So, bro, literally he's like, I want you to remember this. Like, bro, I want this guy to remember I did this.
Their heads now rolled to face each other as they
face each other, bro. I'm saying, bro, some versions of these some of these marks, bro, they can't be redeemed. Like, they have to go.
Shout out to the visual effects animators of this particular episode, because the things I saw as a gory girl, I ain't gonna lie, I like the gory scenes. That's what I'm about. I don't like breaking, like when bones break, because I think I fractured my wrist, so I'm just PTSD. Yeah, so when Eve's knee broke, I literally screamed. Also, I think even Nightwing, they also messed up his ankle. I was just like,
his leg.
Almost in the exact.
I
thought that Mark was going to kill the Guardians in the same way that Omni-Man killed them in season 1, because he started it with Darkwing almost in the same way. He grabbed his leg and whacked him on the floor.
Oh yeah, if this Darkwing couldn't enter the dark dimension, they would have been dusted, literally.
Also, is the mummy guy significant? Because we've come back to him again.
I honestly think,
or is it just a bit? Or
I honestly think it's just a running gag. Like they just had to put some humor in the episode somewhere.
I guess we needed it because damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like even I remember when Oliver was like saving people in the city and stuff, and he was fighting the Mark with the car, and it's like, bro, that guy would, if those two other heroes didn't jump in, that guy would probably have killed Oliver. Like, no, I'm not gonna hold you. Probably would have killed him.
Yep. Shout out to Alicia. At least he landed like a kick. I don't know if Mark could do that in his days.
Oli has strength and he has battle IQ. I can see him doing some good things.
But yeah, man, so another thing is that like there are 8 marks left that's like Angstrom trapped in that other dimension. So I feel like that's probably going to be the central theme of the next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
The different marks trying to get back home.
Trying to come back.
Are
they going to team up? Are they going to be able to team up? Those guys seem very,
doubt, bro.
At loggerheads.
That Mohawk guy and the Sinister Mark, they're going to kill some of them just because they're annoyed with them.
The one that was bald and with like scars on their skin, they said he spent 1 year in a Viltrum prison.
Prison, yeah. So it's going to be, I think they're just going to go into their backgrounds a lot more in the next season. And they might explore their stories, maybe their universes a little bit. But yeah, I want to see like what they do with that in the next season. Because again, like these marks are actually very interesting characters. Like I want to see what happened to them. Like a lot of them got killed, and it's like, they can't really tell us about them since they're dead. So you might as well tell us about the marks that are still alive.
That are alive. Fair. That makes sense.
But Sinister Mark is definitely the most dangerous of them. That's again, like I said, that's a dangerous guy. That's a guy that needs to be put down.
I like the Viltrumite one with the mustache, with the all whites. The Viltrumite
The one in
uniforms are too
space?
fly.
Oh,
Like all whites.
Oh, yeah.
With the symbol. I love.
Yeah, the guy with the mustache got killed though. But the other
the space guy.
Yeah, he got
Oh
killed.
yeah,
in
the one with
space.
mustache got killed, and there's another one in white.
But the other Viltrumite, the other Viltrumite drip mark is alive.
So what someone said, right? What I saw someone say was that the Viltrumite one with the mustache was one that never grew up on Earth, right? But the other one in Viltrumite gear that is clean shaven grew up on Earth, and then when Omni-Man decided to do his thing, decided to now join the Viltrum Empire, or when they got to Thraxa and he saw Omni-Man get fucked up and they told him to come back to Earth, he now joined the Viltrum Empire. So there's theories abounding about those people's backgrounds. I'm sure their backgrounds are actually explored in the comics, but I'm enjoying seeing the guesses people are making just based off their looks right now.
Yeah, like the Mark with the black mask, clearly his background is very tragic because his whole thing is that he's trying to come and get Debbie and take her back to the dimension. So clearly some crazy shit happened to him for sure.
He's the first one that the Sinister Mark is going to kill. He's like, I don't need this Mark here.
Oh yeah, he's definitely like, there's some of them that are softer than the rest. Like one or two are softer than the rest. One misses William, the other one misses Debbie. The rest are just stone cold killers. So
the Mark with no mask, also a soft guy. That's the one that said Mrs. William. And Mohawk Mark is just like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, are you good? But bro, one thing I'll say though is that like the Mohawk Mark, he's pretty smart, bro. Like he shows glimpses of like making sense here and there. Because even when they were like that, oh, let's kill Angstrom. This guy's like, bro, do you know if we kill Angstrom, we're stuck here? Like, why are people being so daft right now? Like,
so why are you surprised that he's smart? Did you profile him because of his mohawk? People with mohawk don't
No. It's not even about that. Like, it's not even about the mohawk. Like, if you notice, a lot of those marks they're not really here to think. Like, bro, they are hungry for this. They are hungry for destruction.
Fights.
Like, they're hungry for destruction. But it seems like that guy has probably done a lot of fighting or conquering or both, and it's like, like we actually need to think things through from time to time. So it seems like, and again, that's why I feel like that's also why he's also as strong as Mark Prime, because again, I don't know if Sinister Mark and those other guys are strong as like Mark Prime, but Mohawk Mark definitely is. He definitely is. So again, he probably has a lot more experience than the rest of them. Because again, those guys are just guys that are hungry for destruction or guys that are just running their own agenda.
Okay. Fair.
So I feel like he in particular is going to like play a lot into the story.
Fair. You know how we said that Angstrom had promised them like conquering different dimensions and stuff. So I guess that's just most of their goal, just to be conquering.
Yeah,
exactly. But the thing is, some of them probably have already conquered, and some of them haven't. So that Mohawk Mark probably has already done some conquering. So he knows that there are things you have to do to actually get shit done.
Even Sinister Mark.
Sinister Mark.
Exactly. Even Sinister Mark too. Him too. He probably. I mean, to be fair, Sinister Mark was the first person that said they should kill Levi. So that guy is just a crazy person. Like, that guy is a crazy person. But we'll see how it goes. Again, like I'm excited to see how they're going to explore all these different like marks and stuff.
Oh God, okay. So we've already done a lot of looking forward to next week. We've discussed in depth the potential Conquest versus Mark fights. I'm excited to see, because I think this is going to be a 40-minute fight. I think the whole episode is going to be the fight. So I'm very excited to see that. No breaks, nothing. So yeah. Looking forward to that. I have no other thoughts aside from the ones I just shared, that I'm ready and seated for that fight. One thing I would say though is that more than any episode ever in the show so far, this is one episode that made me want to read the comics, because I felt like certain things would have hit more reading it than watching it. It's something that I was thinking while watching it, and when we got to certain points, like the different marks, because TV moves quick, right? With like comics, you can flip back, look at their faces, and just certain details that I think would have looked better on a page. And even now with the conquest coming in, the final shot of the episode, I think when you compare it to the comic snapshots, the comic one actually looks better. So
probably more.
maybe these next 2 episodes will convince me to finally pick up and buy
isn't it just one left?
No, sorry, I say next to this one, and the next one will convince me to finally read the comics.
Pick up a comic.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Wait, can you read the comics if we're looking? You can't read the comics?
That's what I can read up to where I can read up to where we are.
Okay. Because that's why I haven't.
I mean, me, I got like after this episode, I was like, bro, I want to know more about these alternate marks, bro. So I watched some like videos on YouTube and stuff, but I didn't actually read the comics. So like I know
Christ.
some things here and there.
What happened?
No, I just googled something about Sinister Mark. Astaghfirullah, man. I hope that's the last we see of that guy. Seriously. Everybody better hopes the same, because man.
Hey, man.
No, but now I'm curious. What did you see? Can you say?
No. I can't say.
That's a guy that needs to be put down, bro. He needs to.
I literally cannot say.
He needs to
go on Google after.
Down.
Let's just say I don't think it's the last we'll see of him, and he has a nickname that is even worse than Sinister Mark when you think of it in context. But that's all I'll say.
We shall reconnect after this recording.
They need to put that. They need that. Him in particular.
He gotta go.
He needs to be put down, bro. He needs to be put down.
And all of this, the nickname comes as fault of Angstrom Levy. That's all I'll say. But yeah,
see this Angstrom. Anyway, let me even start my tirade against this man.
All right, guys. Do we have any final parting thoughts from that episode? Looking forward to the next one, and then we wrap up, and everybody runs to see where they can read or watch or find it. What happens with Conquest and Mark?
I'll say shout out to Immortal for finally retiring. He had enough.
I'm gonna say something. They need to stop showing me Immortal and Kate's love story. I beg. I was so hoping that you guys
like when he said I want to have kids, I'm like, she's a child. Like, what do you mean, kids? Like,
no.
I won't lie. Like respect to Immortal for making the decision to retire. Yeah, because it's like at this point that nigga been through too much, bro.
Yeah, like, he actually has.
Like I know when he woke up, the first thing he was thinking is that, man, is Kate dead? Then he saw her alive, and he's like, yeah, I can't do this shit anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, bro, the guy literally said, I've given this planet enough, and he hasn't, like, he didn't tell one lie, bro. That guy has died so, like, bro, nobody has died as frequently as him. That guy dies bro, the guy has been dying and fighting people above his weight class, knowing he's going to die. Is like, bro, I respect the guy. Like, his mental is like something else. But the guy's like, yeah, at this point, bro, I'm not doing this shit anymore, bro. And it's like, even the parallel between Ray and Rex, like when Ray was telling Rex that, guy, I can't keep living this life, just fighting to die. But Rex is like, oh, my bro, that's what we signed up for, man. And he was about it. He showed us he was about it. Like, I remember when that Mark was choking him, and the Mark is like, now I'm going to pop your head. And if you think that, and he now saw him like holding like the wound, and he's like, bro, if you think you're going to bleed out before I kill you, you're even dumber than the Rex in my universe. And the guy said, yeah, I'm dumb, but I'm the guy that took you down. This guy's like, bro, what are you talking about? You don't have anything to explode. The guy said, I have my whole fucking skeleton dickhead.
Shout out to Rex, man.
Went out in the blaze of glory, man. Shout out my guy Rex, man. His character arc, beautiful arc, man.
He won us to his side after starting with nonsense.
Yeah. And even apart from Rex, like, shout out to all the heroes, bro. Like, those guys went to do that fight knowing that Homo is a one-way trip, man. Like, it's a one-way trip. Because it's like, even though those other Marks aren't as strong as Mark Prime, bro, they are a lot stronger than those other heroes, man. So the guys that fought and survived, they went crazy, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for real. Because a lot of the heroes died, man. A lot of them died.
Even shout out to Cecil with his reverse psychology at the end. He was like, I need to recruit this man.
So
and I'm
you
gonna
think
say
it was
anything I
reverse
need to say.
psychology? I thought Cecil was actually
Yeah,
being
no.
for real.
I mean, he was, but he was like, he's the only one who stood up to me. That means you should lead the Guardians. Yada da da da. So
I mean, at this point, Sisu knows that I'm bro. Like, if anything's up, they need Mark.
Mark
So
will have to come out. Yeah.
all this doing beef. Not they pay.
Yeah, you need to beg him.
Also, shout out to Ollie for stepping up, man.
Ollie
had
really
that
stepped up, man. Ollie
hero
really stepped
arc.
up, man.
Proud of him.
We shall see. We shall see where Ollie ends up. I still don't trust that kid fully. He's too eager to kill. Well,
Me, I feel like this whole when Mark didn't kill Angstrom, I still feel like Ollie is going to. I don't know, Sha, not snap per se, but I don't think if I was Ollie, I wouldn't take Mark seriously because I'm like, big bro, do you not want people to live? Like,
so again, like I said,
do some things.
I think Ollie again understands like why Mark doesn't want
Is
to
the
kill
way he is,
and doesn't want him to kill. But again, he knows that there's some niggas that cannot be redeemed. They just have to go. So I don't know how that's going to play into the rest of his character arc. I don't think he's going to become like a stone cold killer or anything. But obviously, like him and Mark are going to butt
he'll be
heads
more
at like different points about how they need to approach like certain situations.
Yeah.
Like all them, definitely all the street level guys, like those guys are just going to end up in jail and stuff. But like if they're fighting actual real threats, like I think they might just be like, oh, guys kill these guys, or like, hey, make we not pretend. Because even in this whole, and that's the other thing, like this whole fight with Conquest, like Oliver is kind of the X factor, right? Like he might want to join the fight, but obviously I don't think Mark is going to let him join the fight because again, that's kind of crazy. Like, but who knows? Anything can happen. So it might be both of them fighting Conquest, and that's how like it ends up like they end up turning the tables on him or whatever, or Mark is able to just do something like during the fights. But again, it's going to be a very interesting episode because again, like I said, the Conquest guy clearly is like battle hardened, bro. He's very, very battle hardened. But again, what I would say though is like a lot of Viltrumites like don't have experience fighting guys that are as strong as them or stronger. So that might also be an advantage that like Mark has over him. Because again, Mark is used to getting his ass whooped and he kind of already knows how much stronger these guys are than him.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know if the Viltrumites have been monitoring Mark since the time Anissa left and are known that, okay, he's actually gotten a lot stronger now and everything. So they might also underestimate him. So there are many things that are playing into the fight, man, honestly.
Cool.
I want to see Anissa again. She should appear in episode 8.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Anissa again. Let me even go and buy the comics. Let me go buy the comics,
no, we'll
man.
see. I'm excited about episode 8. How they're going to round out the season.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, guys. This was...
Oh, I didn't do my ASMR. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Okay, take us out. Take us out.
Oh, what's our closing? Okay. Thank you guys for tuning into the Popcorn for Dinner podcast. This has been a very sad episode 7 of it.
All black for Rex's funeral. Oh my God, they didn't have a funeral for Rex. And Conquest fucking showed up before they...
Bro, they need to have a lot of funerals, bro. Like,
yeah,
Mark
maybe like
suffering.
a mass one.
Damn. Okay, guys. This was beautiful. See you next week. Watch Invincible.
See you next week.
And stay good. All right. Bye.
Stay hydrated.